Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to another MOC showcase video. This is my Super Train Station version 1.4. Now some people might recognise this, and to those who are new, this is my Super Train Station. I call it that because it is the biggest one I've ever made, and I plan to just make this bigger and bigger as time goes on. Now, originally it was Mark 1, and then I've changed it to version 1.4. I for one believe there is a difference between Mark 1 and version 1, so Mark 1 compared to Mark 2 means it's a completely different thing, but version 1 to version 1.4 means it's the same thing, but some minor modifications have been made. So inconsistencies with the name, but it is my thing and I'll do what I want. So there isn't actually that much different in comparison to its previous model, however I think it's still worthy of a video because I'm going to do some more modifications with this in the future, now that narrow gauge has been introduced. So yeah, I'll save that for later, but this is what we've got now. So here's me standing up against it. It's just really massive. Actually, hang on, I've got some track here. I've been recording a bunch of videos today, just to get an idea of how long this really is. So, despite the fact that it's not properly connected, if I go actually right from the back, we can get a good estimate there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Between 7 and 8 track pieces long. One track piece is 16 studs. I'll let you do the math. 7 times 16, 8 times 16, your minimum and maximum stud length. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I love that it is also longer than its previous version. These two centerpieces in particular, I believe, were the two that were increased in length. I don't think it was these two end pieces. I know that one of them was extended in length, but I don't think it really matters which one it was. It does look rather empty. I still need to get some advertisements and some benches and some more minifigures in there. But for the sake of storage, I'm not going to decorate it with minifigures. That's only going to be for the case of like taking it to a show, for example, with my own layouts. That'd be a good thing to do one day. We do have a few just for the sakes of being able to keep them on there. On this side, it is the same. It is symmetrical, so I'm only going to be covering this side when it comes to any changes. But I will go to this because this new ticket booth is brand new. Fully rebuilt, in fact. But before we go there, these windows now span all the way across the wall of the platform. And the wall all the way goes across the platform, and it previously stopped about there? Something like that. So this slight bit is just a way of rounding it off, and if it goes all the way up here and goes completely flat, it would look a bit weird. However, it's not too much of a problem. In the future, I can definitely bring it up to there and see what it looks like, but again, that's a project for another day. I don't even think I had that many windows. There was definitely like a sort of stop in particular. So if you look here, I've got these Technic pins to help keep the platforms together, and I think I tried that along the wall as well at one point. That might have been in a past version and taken apart when testing it, because I have a carpet floor, and because it's going to be on this carpet floor more than anything else, it's not going to be perfectly flat. So you can see there's a bit of wiggle there, and that's just because of the surface. It's not because of the build itself. It is a frustrating thing to accept, but in time I think I've got a good system going on here. It's nice to be able to do this and take it apart and move it around, because if I try to pick this up in one big go, it's gonna break. So let's move over to this big section here, because this has undergone a massive modification in the sense that, well, first of all, yeah, the massive one isn't mainly for this, but it's for the whole station. There was a center platform that was 4 studs wide, and it's gone. It's not there anymore, and it looks so much better. There was a staircase in the center here and a big old archway where people could walk out and go down here onto the center platform, but because it was so thin, it wasn't worth keeping. These windows, oh sorry, these are placed upwards. These windows are also brand new. These are the same ones that are along the side of these walls here. They previously were 5 brick tool windows that came from the Wilco Blocks station set, and it does look really good because they were a bright transparent color instead of this dark one, and you could really see through them, and because they were taller, it did look a lot better. Sadly, I didn't have enough to be able to go all the way across. It probably started from about there to there. So yeah, because it's only that distance and not all the way across, I thought, nah, I'll just skip it for now. I'll go with these dark transparent windows. So that's another thing to add to the shopping list in the future. Some taller and like a bright transparent color window piece. So yeah, there's that. Oh, I've got to fall backwards now. Sit down, move this out the way, and get a look at the brand new ticket booth. So yes, this is a whole new construction. The previous building is still intact. I was able to remove it all in one go, which I'm very proud of myself for being able to achieve. That's put to a side underneath my computer desk, along with other smaller stations and constructs. The roof is easily removable. There are no studs that it kind of sits on, it's just on some tiles, but there are these other plates here that kind of force it to stay in place. So when I go to do that, it's not going to be easily nudged off. Inside, it is the same as it was previously, but it is smaller because the previous building came out to about here, I'd say. Plenty more spacious, but it's not so much of a problem. Our main check-in desk and a small restaurant of sorts, just for the station, nothing major. Restaurant is a very strong word to use because it's just a man behind a desk, but I do like the idea of having a small eating establishment here in this building. And yeah, there we go with the new ticket area. Now, the grand design idea I had with this station is very ambitious, but with the introduction of narrow gauge, it's actually a lot more possible than I think. So what you see here is a standard sort of design train station. One layer, we got the sort of walkover archway there, good old ticket booth and whatever else. However, I want a proper grand station. I want a second layer of track to run on top. And that's where the narrow gauge comes in, because narrow gauge is smaller, it's not as heavy, and I think I can pull it off. So another plan to be able to help that happen is around here, or one of the ends, is to have a sort of divergence where people can choose to go downwards onto this platform or to go upwards to this top section, so like a platform on top of this sort of roof here. The ticket booth will have to be bigger, and we'll have a staircase to go to the top layer to help you go across there as well. We could probably have another walkway up here to let you go onto a platform on this side. It's stuff I really want to get on and do, but of course space and the ambitious nature of this project alone is going to be a bit of a problem. I'll have to decide how I want the track to go. So we've got two mainline tracks going next to each other going that way. I think it might be wise to have the narrow gauge track go this way, mainly because I can't really have it collide with this, and with how platforms are going to be set up, it would be worth a try to, again, just to see what will happen mainly. I think having it that way would be visually more exciting. It's, again, it's just, it's all thinking out loud. It's not going to happen anytime soon, but that will happen, and I cannot wait for it to happen. Oh, it's so exciting. So, there we go. That is my Super Train Station version 1.4. Oh, and by the way, why 1.4? So, first of all, let's start this again. So, ticket booth has been changed. Platforms have been made longer. The overpass, I think that's called, overpass, I think that's the word I used in this video, has been modified. And the center platform has been removed. 4 modifications, 1.4. Okay. So I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you are ready for the grandness that this will eventually become. If you have any ideas, then let me know in the comment section below. I am open to ideas and suggestions for how I can pull off this double layer thing. It is still early gauge for my narrow gauge introduction to my railway as well. So I'm still going to be working on making trains and rolling stock, and maybe its own separate station just to get used to that instead of diving into this. I don't know, maybe I could make a small station then integrate it into this. That definitely seems more possible. Yeah, there we go. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next episode. Bye.